Bro, it feels like we're going backwards in life, man. We started with the whole studio, and now we out here literally on my dining room table. I'm mad close up to the camera. Can I back up a little bit? Like, why y'all in my face like this, bro? I got like a whole pimple going on, like situation. It's definitely noticeable. I hope you don't stare at me the whole entire time. The mic quality might not be the greatest this episode, but we're gonna get better. I know, like, I haven't uploaded on this in so long. I always want to talk about basketball. I just love talking basketball, man. Some of you guys like hearing my takes. Some of you guys like me talking about your favorite team. Some of you guys just want to hear my voice while you're going to sleep or just playing 2K or whatever it may be. And there's a lot to talk about. It's been a crazy season, ups and downs, trades, and just insane things happening, man. Historic season in some senses. A lot of big things have happened. So we're just gonna introduce the podcast back, right? I'm gonna get back into it, and hopefully I have some plans that we'll talk about at the end of this, right? I want to take your ideas on a couple things where maybe I have some of you guys on just talking about your favorite teams. Like, say for example, you're a Laker fan, right? Just an example. You're a Laker fan, like, good luck to you, or whatever your sorrowness, depression that's going on right now. But you could come on and tell me what has been going wrong, what's been like happening and all that. What do you think they should do moving forward? And maybe we could do little episodes here and there throughout the next couple weeks where I have someone from each team, right? Maybe a Piston fan could come on if there even exists, right? If Piston fans exist. Now, they got a bright future, so hopefully there is. But seeding is kind of coming down. This is the last day of the NBA season. The play-in tournament starts not tomorrow, but the day after. So we're very excited about that. It's actually tomorrow for me because it's already technically Monday right now or whatever. So Tuesday we'll have the start of the play-in tournament. Two games will be going on, and then the next day 2 games will go on. We'll talk about that because now we know who's locked into those situations. We don't have playoff scenarios yet. Like, we don't know exactly who's locked in to the second seed of the East because the Celtics are still playing, right? When the Celtics play, they can still get the second seed or they'll be the third, and vice versa in a lot of places. Like, the Warriors have a chance to lock in the third seed today. So we'll talk about all that later. Right now, let's just talk about what we know, and that is that the Brooklyn Nets, led by Kyrie coming back, right? He was out of the team for so long, but him being back definitely helped. And Kevin Durant actually had a triple-double today to secure the 7th seed. I didn't see that coming, but they were able to secure the 7th seed. So they are going to be in the play-in game. They'll be playing the first game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So that game will actually be, let me just tell you exact timing. That game will be on the 12th. At 7 p.m. on TNT. So if you guys don't know how the play-in tournament works or anything like that, let's just discuss it real fast. So Cleveland and Brooklyn will be playing each other. They'll be playing in Brooklyn because Brooklyn had the higher seed. And the winner of that game is automatically locked into the 7th seed, and they'll be playing whoever is second in the East, which is either going to be Milwaukee or Boston, however it ends up becoming. We'll know tomorrow. Like I said, we'll probably have another episode tomorrow talking about it before it actually goes down, right? We'll know all the playoffs more or less. And I want to do this a daily thing, maybe not too long of episodes. Maybe once a week we'll go long. Maybe we'll stream it once a week. We'll see how it goes. It all depends on you guys. It depends if you guys are enjoying this or you even want me to do this anymore, or you just don't care at all. Now, the second game of that day, which will be at 9:30 on TNT, right? Same day, 9:30 on TNT, was going to be between the 7th and 8th seed in the West, which everything is locked in, which is great. So we could talk about that now. And that's the Clippers against the Minnesota Timberwolves. What a season by both teams. Clippers not having Kawhi Leonard, obviously didn't play a single game. Paul George was out of it for a lot of it, and they were still able to make it as an 8th seed. So Minnesota and the Clippers will be playing for that 7th seed and the chance, like, straight up to make the playoffs, right? You want to make the playoffs. So whoever wins that game is locked in the 7th seed and plays the number 2 seed. Now, what happens to those losers, right? What happens to those losers? Those losers will not be eliminated. They'll have one more game to take that last spot. Since they're technically an A seed, they'll still have one more game. But the next day on April 13th, we'll be having the 9th and 10th seeds playing. So we'll have Atlanta versus Charlotte. They'll be playing Atlanta. So Charlotte has a chance to basically stay alive. These teams will have to win 2 games to make the playoffs. If you're a 9th or 10th seed, you have to win 2 games. So it'll be Atlanta versus Charlotte. Whoever wins that game will then have to play the loser of the Brooklyn-Cleveland game. And they'll basically have a night off between, because they'll be playing the 13th, and then they'll have the 14th off, and then they'll be playing on the 15th. So it's really a fast turnover. They just have to stay locked in, stay committed. It is definitely possible that you could win back-to-back games. It's anybody's league, man. All these teams are, I'm not gonna say that like close together, like, but they did pretty much have similar records throughout the year. There's still somewhat of a gap. Like, I'm not gonna say the Brooklyn Nets are just like Atlanta or Charlotte. I'm not gonna say Minnesota and the Clippers are like New Orleans or San Antonio. Like, every team is different in their own respective way. It's been a long season, a lot of ups and downs for every team, and it's just great that these teams are in the play-in to begin with, man. Like, shout out to all of them for battling through adversity and all the turmoil and all that. So New Orleans is the 9th seed in the West, and San Antonio was the 10th seed. So San Antonio actually knocked out the Lakers a couple days ago. That's why we don't speak of the Lakers right now in the play-in tournament. And New Orleans did really well since they got CJ. Brandon Ingram came back. No Zion all year, but we'll see what happens with that situation. But New Orleans will be playing San Antonio on that day as well, and then we'll see what happens. So the winner of that game will then play the winner, or the loser, I should say, the loser of the Clippers-Minnesota game. So basically, if you're a 7th A seed, you have to lose twice to get eliminated. As long as you win one of your 2 games, you'll make the playoffs. And that's all that matters, right? Just making the playoffs and trying to build on that. When teams are like the 7th A seed, it's not like really like we need to win now. It's more of like, let's get experience for our guys. Probably had a long season. There's very few teams when they're 7th or 8th seed, they're thinking championship. I will say the Brooklyn Nets should be thinking that, because obviously coming into this year, Vegas had them as the #1 favorites to win. They also had the Lakers as the #2 favorites, and neither of these teams are there. Right now, I would say the favorites are probably Milwaukee and Phoenix for sure, especially that Phoenix had a historic year. Most wins in franchise record. Booker wants us to talk about it, so we got to talk about it, you know what I mean? But no, seriously, speaking of historic, let's talk about Embiid, who actually ended up averaging 30.6 points per game. He actually still has a game today. I highly doubt. Actually, who knows? He'll probably play. I don't think their game played yet. Yeah, I think they have a game in a little bit. Yeah, he's not playing today. That's what I thought. I didn't assume they'd be playing. The game just started. He's not playing. All right, I just wanted to double check that before I said anything. But yeah, he's locked in at 30.6 points per game. He is the leading scorer in the NBA as a center, which is the first time this happened since Shaquille O'Neal in literally 99. Like the 1999-2000 season. That's like before some of y'all were probably born, bro. Like, that's so long ago. So Joel Embiid leading the league. It's a center's league. Who said the center position died, man? Him and Jokic are doing things we haven't seen. I literally watched Embiid the other day pulling up, like, I'm not going to say this whole stat pad thing. I know a lot of people have been saying that about a lot of players, whether it was LeBron, Embiid, whatever. I'm not going to say that. This dude is really pulling up with like one-legged fadeaways. He's looking like Dirk, but he's barely getting off the ground. Obviously, like Dirk used to really get off. He's just like, he's skipping, bro. I don't know who he learned that from, whether it's Harden or what, but he's shooting some crazy looking shots as a center. He's dribbling like he's not a center. And the same thing we've been seeing from Jokic, who also had a historic year. Let's note that 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 500 assists, I believe was the stat line that has never been done, which obviously it's just like the whole round number things. We've seen like Westbrook put up insane numbers in the past, like 2,500 points, like 800 of this and 600 of this or 7, whatever. We've seen stuff like that. But this whole 2,000, 1,500 has never been done. So shout out to him. I know Will Chamberlain was close a couple times. It's funny, but he never did it, which was crazy actually, not funny. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to discuss right now in the league, the play-in tournament. That's all I wanted to really talk about. I won't be doing my predictions. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, but you guys can drop your predictions for the play-in tournament. That's all I want to hear. Play-in tournament. Is Brooklyn going to be Cleveland? Is Atlanta going to make it? Charlotte? Like, who's going to be a surprise? Like, New Orleans been kind of a little hot lately, even though they got smacked the other day, actually. But look, what I want to say is, let me know what you guys think about like having you guys on every day, like somebody random, whoever it could be. I'll leave my email down below. You could email me, tell me what team you're a fan of, and if you'd be willing to, you don't have to actually be on with me live if you don't want to. You can just send me a video speaking about your team, whatever team that might be. If you're a New Orleans Pelicans fan, whatever team, man. If you're a Knicks fan, if you think this was a depressing year for them, they weren't that good. If you're a Chicago fan, you're kind of proud and happy, but injuries help derail you. Whatever it could be, if you just want to send me a video, my email is down below. If you want to figure out a way for us to talk it out, chat, I might be down to do that too, all right? So just email me, let me know what team you're a fan of, if you'd be down to do that. and I'm fit. If you guys don't think that's a good idea and we shouldn't do anything like that, let me know as well. I was thinking we can make that as a segment, and then me just talking about everyday games or predictions for tomorrow's games or whatever. The playoffs are here. I love playoff basketball. I love watching. I know you guys do too. We can just like enjoy and talk together. This is like literally something I always wanted to do my whole life, just talk about basketball. And it's something that you guys allow me to do. So thank you guys for all the support always. I appreciate you guys. If you're new to this channel and you made it this far, please make sure you subscribe. It makes me know that you guys want to be here. Hit that like button if you support me in any way, shape, or form. I don't like talking about that stuff, but you know, sometimes I have to remind you, be like, yeah, what? I don't know what I'm saying. But no, seriously, sometimes we have to remind each other. And I'll fix the whole mic setup. I don't know how this is gonna sound with the mic on my camera, so I'm just trying it out. But I love you guys for real. Thank you guys so much for the support always. I'm ready for playoff basketball. I hope you guys are too. And I'll catch y'all later. It's been your boy Mos. Yeah, I know the drill. Thank you for doing the most. Hey, I'll stop. No cringe on this channel, bro. We here for business, 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 business.